presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We are along the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. Frank, on a mission here today. What can you tell us about this course?
Well, one thing, Rich, we don't want to fatigue out there, so I've got my battle gear on. Interesting layout ahead. Plenty of water. The island's there to be negotiated, navigated, and you never know what just might pop up during the course of the game.
And partner, let me just, before we get started, salute you.
I salute you too, Rich. You ready?
Ready. Aim.
Fire.
Challenging shot now from 180 yards. Frank, no leisurely stroll from the clubhouse to the first tee. Like most golf courses, here we go from an aircraft carrier on the first tee.
Yeah, it's a scary little sight trying to take off there on that opening tee shot. Green situated on a little island. 186 yards, though. That's what we've been radioed in, the yardage today.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there.
Really. This is an awkward length.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
And getting ready for the putt. +1 in the early going. Now to the second hole, and Frank, I'd be happy to see something with just the normal amount of obstacles, say, a bunker, maybe a pond. Those would be rather benign compared to what we're seeing right here on this second hole.
Yeah, that's no love shack. That's a guard shack there on the right of the screen, just past that bridge. So this green well protected on that right side. Of course, water adorns this island green, and tons of local fauna around the green. This is one green you do not want to miss.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole. You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. Oh my goodness, Frank, I have never seen anything quite like this. What in the world's going on?
That's a destroyer, and it's off course, and it's heading straight for the island.
Look out!
Well, we're going to have to send in backup now, Rich. We'll need a drone just to try and find out the exact yardage, because that ship now has blocked the view.
Talk about a tough defense setup around a green. This is unlike anything I've ever seen. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. Ooh, what happened there, Frank? You can see the look of disgust, and it's justifiable. It's a double bogey. Frank surveying this hole. It appears as though your normal laser or rangefinder won't be good enough.
Well, we could always radio in the yardage there, but the radio tower, personally, I prefer sonar.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
8-foot putt here. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. Frank, you and I have called golf from around the world. Places like, well, the hot air balloon in the Grand Canyon comes to mind. This has been a rather unusual spot as well.
It is. I thought we'd be safe up here in the observation tower, Rich, but I don't know, with that boat coming in, or should I say the destroyer, I don't exactly feel safe right now, but we'll bet.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop, this now the third shot. Ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in. Pretty good shot right there. Getting set now over the putt. Well, he has that for bogey, and I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the third hole seems to have really shaken his confidence. Now up to the 6th tee, we're back against that destroyer. Frank, you need to take it over that small island?
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still, this is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver. Second shot.
This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Now on to the 7th, and Frank, this is, to say the least, a dangerous hole.
You've got to hit it across that retaining wall, or that protective barrier to stop the sand and the enemy coming in. Really, the green sets up nicely for the tee shot, but be wary. There might just be a minefield out there.
Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
That's good work. That's a good par right there. Partner, look at that. Left here at the 8th hole. You and I could shoot a little hoop. You want to play a little donkey?
Yeah, it's very observant of you, Rich. Also, the barracks just up ahead that protect the left side of this green. So there's a lot of visual intimidation on this par 3. Follow the sandy trail, and there's green at the end.
Frank, you played the game at the highest level. You know it doesn't always go your way. So what kind of advice do you give the player who's having a rough go of it?
I used to have a little notepad that I remembered, and on it was stop, take a deep breath, make a decision, and now go with it. Just re-rack.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Rounding out this front nine mission here, the 9th hole, shot over the building.
I need to be careful. The front left of the screen is guarded by a tower, and anything right, you'll be ducking for cover in the trenches.
Been a real battle out here today. Just need to keep it all together.
It's no snack, though. Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Played very poorly on the front, but still a chance to get it back here on the back nine.
Yeah, this is where you just simply have to eradicate what's being. You know, golf is that game of keep doing what's in front of you. Keep moving, one step at a time.
That will be a great look at birdie. This is a 9-footer. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
He'll take par and move on. The 11th hole here at Paracel Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Putt for par. He needs one. He's made it. Frank, the 12th hole here at Paracel Storm, 241 yards, island green. I can't think of a harder par 3 in the world.
This hole, you really have to be wary on the direction of the wind, because if it's coming off the island, then it's going to blow it towards the wall.
Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side, too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
Now on to his 3rd shot after the last one went into the water. So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. So, Frank, that's a bogey, and you see something with the body language here?
Yeah, I think we noticed that back there with that double bogey, Rich. Since then, it's almost like doubts crept in, a little bit of uncertainty. That is the beauty of this game at times, but really, if you want to be a champion, that's one thing that you have to change. Somehow, you've got to forget what's just happened. We haven't seen that yet.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's a painful miss right there. Frank, now at the 14th, and really a simple objective here.
It looks like an old sand dune where they've just put a green on top, rather benign. It might just sneak up on you, though. It really just looks like green and beaches with a few palm trees behind, but beware.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Well, Frank, this is where a golf club may not be good enough. You might need a shovel here.
Oh, this is going to take some sort of digging.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? That's brutal out there.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Solid play, heart of the green. This from 7 feet. Wait, that looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
Boy, the train went off the tracks here on this hole. This is for double bogey. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Now to the 15th, and Frank, where exactly is the green here?
Well, I think you need the Jungle Book to try and decipher this one. A little short par 3 up and over there. There is a green in amongst that jungle, and even the green has its own little mini jungle in it.
This is one of my favorite holes on this golf course. Frank, how frustrating can it get playing into strong winds?
Well, it's going to magnify every bad shot you hit, but it's also going to separate the good ones from the rest of the field.
I mean, really, on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. These putts keep the round together. Almost. Wow. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. 16th hole here at Paracel Storm. And Frank, as we begin this closing stretch, strikes me, this is tough guy golf out here, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. You want to earn your stripes by playing this golf course. This is the place to be. In the spirit of conservation, we have some solar panels to boost up the finish, and the hole not overly long. Let's see what the lieutenant can do this time.
This is a good-looking shot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
That was not a very good read right there. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, what an incredible shot. Now the finishing hole, Frank, and just a spectacular looking hole.
Yeah, chance to complete our mission should we succeed here at 18. If anything, you want to keep the ball a little left of the flag. Otherwise, we're off the beach. And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Frank, you give the player credit here. Really showing some fight.
Yeah, he lost his game early on, and somehow he's slowly putting the pieces back together. Chance now to get on a little bit of a run.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Then a rocky round. Well, Frank, as we put a wrap on the day, it was plain to see he just didn't have his best stuff, but that's golf, and there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, the beauty of this game, you're rated by your best and your worst golf. Today's not, I don't think, a fair